right? After 10, automatically 100 can be, right? But over here, what you have to do, like how will you make 10? 2 and 5, right? And 100, 2 multiplied by 2 and 5 multiplied by 5, right? So here we note that the number ending with 0 has 2 and 5 as their prime factor, right? So wherein, for example, if it is 4n, okay, that means 2 multiplied by 2 and n, right? So it does not have 5 as a prime factor, so it does not end with 0. So remember, from this entire story, what you are getting, Justine, you are just getting one thing. See, any number, if, for example, I took 6, right? You will do the prime factor, it is 2 and 3. Yes?
Yes.
If you will whole square it, it can be 1, 2, anything, right? You will not get 0, right?
Yes.
But for example, if you are taking it 2 multiplied by 5, any number, if you will square it or you will cube it, anything you will do, you will get 0, right? For example, 20. So when you will factorize it, it will be 2 multiplied by 10 and 2 multiplied by 2 and 5. Again, 2 and 5 are making a pair. So that means it will end. So what you got to know, if the number having prime factor that includes 2 and 5, it will end with 0. So yes, but if it does not end with 0, like if they don't have 2 and 5 as their prime factor, that means it will not end with 0. I hope you got the entire story, right? If the number has 2 or 5, see, it's not like 2 and 5, 2 or 5, right? It is 2 and 5, right? Like 2 and 5 both are compulsory. It's not like that, ma'am, I have 2, so that means it will not. No, they both are required. For example, the factor is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 3, right? This is the prime factor. So in this case, you are making a pair. So automatically you will say, yes, ma'am, this number will end with 0 because they are making a pair, right? So you got the entire story that, ma'am, if the number is having the prime factor in which 2 and 5 are involved, it will end up with 0. If it is not ending with 2 and 5, like if the prime factor do not include 2 and 5, it will not end with 0. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now you will just write it down like this with an example. So I hope you got the conclusion, right? That yes,
Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am.
if it will end with, if it has 2 and 5 as a prime factor, like the number, so automatically I can give you a number. For example, I gave you 24, right? When you will like for example, 12 I gave you. So when you will factorize it, it is 2 and 6. So you will automatically say, no, ma'am, it will not end with 0, right? Because over here, for example, 3 and 2, right? So you have 2, 3, 2, but you don't have any 5. But for example, if I'll give you this, 20, for example. So it is 2 multiplied by 10 and 2 multiplied by 5. So you have 2 and 5. So yes, ma'am, it will end, but this will not end. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So therefore, 4n cannot end with 0 for any natural number. Because when you will factorize 4, what are the factor? 2 and 2, right? So are they involving any 2 and 5?
No, ma'am.
So that's why it will not end with 0 for any natural number n. Clear? But
Yes.
if I'll give you, instead of 4n, if I'll give you 10n, and then I will ask you, just think, tell me that is this will end with 0 or not. So tell me yes or no.
Yes.
Why?
Let
Because
me
when you will factorize it, it is 2 and 5. So it is a pair. So yes, ma'am, it will end. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just write example number 5 and then the solution. Okay. In exam hall, they will not give you 4n. They can give you 12n. They can give you 10n. They can give you 20n. Anything. What you have to do, you have to simply prime factorize it, and then automatically, if it has a pair, just write yes. If they don't have a pair, then write no. Okay.
Okay. 1.
Okay. Now, coming to the next one, we have to find the LCM and the HCF. Very, very important. Steps both are same for LCM as well as HCF, right? But the only thing is that there is a difference. This is least common factor. That is highest common factor. Okay. So over here, least means, see, you have to remember one thing, that least one are basically that, okay, I will involve everyone, right? Because the people who are getting least one, they are like, okay, we will involve everyone. But the high standard one, they don't involve everyone, right? They are like, they'll see the standards, right? This is natural, right? So over here, for example, 6 and 20. So first of all, I hope you know how to do the prime factor, right? 6. So we'll just start with 2, 3, 3, 1, right? And for 20, let me do here 22, 1, 0, 2, 5, 5, 1, right? So now I have, for 6, the prime factor are 2 and 3. For 20, I have 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5. Right now, you have to make a pair. That, okay, ma'am, this is the first pair. Yeah, ma'am, only this much. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? So now, over here, you have to find LCM as well as HCF. So LCM is going to involve everyone. So this is one. This is a pair. So you will only take one. Right? To multiply. Okay? Clear?
Yes.
I'm just writing here. Just listen to it. So from a pair, you will write only one. You are not going to write two. So you will only write single two. Okay. Then the remaining people who don't have any pair, so you will not leave them. You will include them as well in LCM. So 2, 3, this 2 and this 5. Multiply by 2 and 5. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now over here for HCF, HCF is so high standards. H for high standard, that he will say that I will take a number. Those number only, those have pair. So who has pair? Only 2 has pair, right? So HCF is going to be 2. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you will multiply, how you will multiply? 2 multiply by 3 and 5 multiply by 10. So 5 multiply by 10, 6. 6 multiply by 10. So your LCM is 60. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So for LCM, what you have to do? See, sometimes students get confused. For example, 2 multiply by 3 multiply by 5. Okay, 5. And here 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 7 multiply by 3 multiply by 2. Okay, this is the thing. So this is the first pair, right? And second pair, students think that, ma'am, 3 and 7, this is not the pair. No, it's not very obvious that everyone, they will lie on the same line. It can be like this as well. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So over here, what will be the LCM, Jasleen?
LCM will be 2 into 3 into 5 into 7 into
Into 2, right? This one as well. Okay. And HCF will be
3
2,
into 2.
2 into
3.
yes. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So quickly write it down and then we will do the next one. I hope this making a pair one is easy for you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So just write, see, they have just written it like this. So don't write it like this. Just write 6 this. Here, 6 equals to 2 into 3 and then make a pair. Like this. Like as I did. Then write HCF is the product of smallest power. So the HCF will be 2 and LCM will be, just don't write it like this. Just write 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 5 multiply by 3 like this. Whatever you feel like. Just the way I did. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now coming to the next one, right? So over here, this is the thing, right? So simply you have to find the LCM and HCF. Now I think for this, these two 6 and 20. Okay, this is the same method, right? Okay. Mm, okay. Now this one. It will be a long one, but I think you can do it. Yes?
Yes, yes.
96 and 404.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, Jocelyn, what do you got?
For the LCM of 404 and 996,
Okay.
I finally got
9696?
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And for
Now,
HCF,
for HCF, you got?
I got 4.
Yes. Because over here, the only thing, this two and this two, this two and this two only. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I'm going to teach you one formula. Just write the formula this. HCF multiplied by LCM equals to product of number. Clear? HCF and LCM. So for example, if you have HCF, right, you can find LCM automatically. If you have LCM, you can find automatically HCF. For example, over here you have HCF only, right, which is 4. So now this is the formula. HCF multiplied by LCM is product of number. You have two numbers, right? If you have to find LCM or LCM, I will always, the question, in the question you will automatically have two numbers, right, A and B, right? So in this question it was 96 and 401. So from here you have to find LCM. So this HCF will come down, 94 multiplied by this. So 4, 8, 24 multiplied by this, you got the LCM. Similarly, if for example LCM is 4, this HCF will come down here, right? And automatically you will find the thing. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you have written this formula?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. Now coming to the next one, over here, these three things. Okay, you have to find the HCF LCM. So what you will do, you will find HCF because HCF is simple, right? And with the help of formula, you will find LCM. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Is it 144?
Okay. What was the HCF? Mm-hmm.
HCF is 144 and LCM is 360.
HCF is not 144. How can HCF 144? The only mistake which